The Superscope Storyteller presents Noah and the Ark.
Many years ago, the world was very wicked, but one man found favor in the eyes of God. This man's name was Noah. He alone was good and taught his family the ways and teachings of the Lord. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Japheth, and Ham, and they were good to their father. One day, when Noah was in the hills tending his flocks, God spoke to him.
Hear me, Noah. You among all my people keep my name and worship as I have taught you. The world that I created has caused me great sorrow, and I must destroy it. Every human being shall perish, except you and your family. Build an ark that you may sail the seas of sorrow that I will bring to this world. In this ship, you and your family will survive and be the beginning and hope of a new and better world.
The Lord told Noah that he must take 2 of every living thing into the ark, and that a great flood would come before long to cleanse the earth of sin. Noah ran home to tell his wife and children.
Come, my children, there is much for us to do, for God has spoken with me this day.
Japheth had never seen his father so excited and asked him what the Lord had said.
My son, the Lord has commanded me to take 2 of every living thing into an ark built of gopher wood. Soon there will be a great flood, and the earth will be destroyed. But our family will not perish while we dwell in the ark.
Shem could not believe his father's words.
How can we build an ark, especially one large enough to contain so many animals? We're not sailors and know nothing of shipbuilding. It is not possible.
The Lord will provide a way, Shem. He has instructed me to begin at once, and I will need the help of all my sons.
It was a long, hard task to build the ark, and took many days of hard labor. It was not easy to listen to the cruel words of his neighbors, who thought Noah was a fool to build this kind of ship.
You're mad, Noah. There will never be a flood, and you're wasting your life building this ark. Everyone is laughing at you, even your children.
But that was not true. Noah and his children believed in God and knew that the flood would come. Try as they might, they could not make the others repent and save themselves. For many months, Noah and his sons carried the gopher wood out of the forests and shaped the logs for the ark. They sealed the timbers to keep the waters out and gathered the food they would need for the voyage. At last, the great ark was finished, and Noah knew that the time had come to speak with God. He climbed the hills and waited for the Lord to speak with him.
Noah, you have served me well. In 7 days it will begin to rain upon the earth. It will rain for 40 days and 40 nights. All living things not within the ark will be washed from the face of the earth.
Noah told his family of the message and tried to tell the people of the coming flood, but they just laughed at him.
Look, Noah, the sun is shining. There is not a cloud in the sky. Are you going to stay in your ark on such a nice day?
Even though the people continued to tease Noah, he asked them one last time.
Is there no one who will join us? Repent, and you may come with us. If you remain outside the ark, you will perish in the flood. Once the door is closed, I cannot open it again.
You and your sons are fools, Noah. It will never rain. Your God has made a fool of you.
You have built a ship so large that it could never sail, even if the floods did come.
Noah was sad that no one would listen, but he had much to do before the rains would start. On the morning of the 7th day, Since the Lord's warning, Noah looked into the sky and saw great clouds forming overhead. Shem came running to his father.
Is it time, Father?
Yes, my son. Soon the rains will come.
But where are the animals?
In the distance was the sound of thunder. But when Noah looked to the hills outside the city, he saw many animals appear, and they were all walking towards the ark. Slowly, 2 by 2, the animals made their way through the streets of the town and up the ramp into the ark. The people in the city could not believe that the animals were not fighting, and they wondered if perhaps Noah had been right after all. When all the animals were safely inside, it began to rain. God shut the mighty doors and sealed the entrance. The rains fell faster and faster, and soon the people realized that Noah had spoken the truth. Those who had laughed at Noah begged him to open the doors, but he could not. The rivers began to swell, and the lakes overran their banks. The people climbed the hills and mountains to escape, but it was no use. Suddenly, the floods were upon the ark, and with a mighty roar, the ark lifted from her resting place and was soon floating on the water. The rains beat down on the ark, but Noah and his family were safe inside, and with them, animals of every kind. For 40 days and 40 nights it rained. The seas had risen so high they filled the land until there were only the tops of mountains showing, looking like lonely little islands. Soon they were also gone, and the waters covered the whole of the earth. Noah knew that he, his family, and the animals on the ark were the only living things left on the earth. The mighty ark held fast in the tossing seas. Noah and his family took care of all the animals, and the Lord saw to it that there was peace inside the ark. One day, Noah called his family together.
It has been raining for 40 days and 40 nights. This morning the rains have stopped as the Lord promised. The waters are quiet now, and soon the great sea will begin to lower.
Shem looked at his father with questioning eyes.
Where will we go, Father, when the waters recede?
The Lord will tell us, Shem. Have patience.
The ark floated for 6 months. Slowly, day by day, for 150 days, the waters drained away. Finally, in the 7th month, after the rains had stopped, the ark came to rest upon the mountain of Ararat. Noah and his family rejoiced, for they knew that the waters were going down, and they were glad to be on the ground once more. One day, Noah looked out of the ark and could see the tops of mountains in the distance. He called his family to the window.
Bring me a raven, Shem. I will let it fly out into the world, and if there is land, the raven will settle there.
Shem brought Noah a raven and let it fly out the window. The raven soared back and forth across a lonely sky. It was the only living thing outside the ark, and though it looked for dry land, it found none. Noah also sent out a dove, knowing that the dove would find land if there was any, but the dove came back. 7 days later, Noah sent the dove out of the ark again. That evening, Japheth came running to his father with a dove in his hand.
Look, Father, the dove has come back, and look what is in her mouth, an olive leaf. Life has returned to the earth.
Yes, soon we will leave the ark. We will wait until the Lord tells us.
Noah sent the dove out once again. This time it did not return at all. Noah knew that the waters were nearly gone now. He removed the covering of the ark and looked out on a strange yet promising land. God spoke to Noah and his family.
Leave the ark and take with you all the animals. Go forth and multiply upon the earth.
Noah opened the doors to the ark, and each pair of animals followed Noah and his family onto the wonderful dry land. The world was alive once again. Noah and his family gave their thanks to the Lord, and the Lord was pleased. He spoke to Noah and his family.
The earth is yours. Be fruitful, have many children, and replenish it.
God then caused many beautiful colors to fill the sky, strung like glowing ribbons across the heavens.
This is a token of the vow I make to you this day. I make my promise to you and your offspring, and all living creatures you have brought with you on the ark. I set this rainbow in the sky as a reminder of my promise to you. Never again will there be a flood to wipe man from the face of the earth.
From that day forth, all men who saw a rainbow knew of the promise of the Lord and the great faith of a man called Noah.